Check, check. 1, 3, 2, 1. Action. Action. Hello, folks. Fellow camera nerds, people that are into action cameras and doing creative things with them. If you're a skater, if you are a filmer, maybe this is relevant to you. I found this little, I don't know if it's a hack or what, but I remember I did this once by accident inside the Insta360 iPhone app, and I wasn't able to replicate it, but it had this really cool dramatic effect because if you are an Insta360 or a 360 camera user, you know that most of the time your footage is stabilized via the internal gyroscope of the camera, and everything's kind of like looks smooth and kind of chill. So for example, excuse me, I'm bringing this over here. It's my bleeding collection. So right here I have MP4 files that are just, these are already pre-processed inside the Insta360 app, and this is what they usually look like. It's just very smooth, kind of stabilized, almost looking like it's on a gimbal. So this is footage that I'm working on for my next Gregcast. I have an idea for like a quads versus inlines, which ones are better, but neither one is that the spoiler alert, neither of them is better. They're both very awesome ways to skate. So anyway, Insta360. So I have this figured out that you can get that unstabilized raw wide camera look inside the Insta360 desktop app. I haven't tried to replicate it yet inside the iPhone app, but it's just like, here's a good example of what I'm talking about. So this is like, if you go into the settings here, you see that I turned off flow state stabilization and I turned off direction lock. So these two things, I don't know, I think like you can't turn, like, so if I turn on flow state stabilization, it's gonna ask me to like, see now if I turn it off. Okay, so flow state stabilization on, everything's like smooth. Right, and you turn on direction lock, and then it follows the direction, but everything's kind of like smoother. I don't want that. In fact, I want it to be unstabilized and unsmoothed. So this is my, like, I think this is the coolest thing, because it has this like very dramatic, raw, like handheld POV camera look. You're getting all these little shakes and stuff happening. That are, like your hand is essentially like what's keeping everything stable. You're not getting the smoothed out gyroscopic data stabilization. So you get this like very like, feels like someone's putting like a red camera with like one of those global shutters at the end of like a selfie stick. And I feel like this is like a cool idea for like dramatic POV shots for like movies, commercials, just having that like natural camera shake in there. And like right now I turned off the motion ND, but if you turn this on, it's gonna slow things down because I'm recording in OBS right now and I'm processing like HVEC H.265 video at the same time. So anyway, it looks so badass. I think this is so cool. Like you just getting like that motion blur on the sides, and the subject is kind of isolated. So you're getting these like very interesting artifacts and just sort of like additional camera movements that feel more natural. I think like what's cool about the Insta360 is that it is I'm like not looking at the camera, I'm just looking at the screen. Let me pan it a little bit this way. Which way did I go? This way. Okay. So okay. What's cool about the Insta360 is that it feels like a floating camera. Like you put it on like a stick that's long enough, and it's gonna give you like a very stable drone-like shot from very high up. So you can like fake drone shots with the Insta360 But I thought, I was like, oh man, it'd be cool if you could control this aspect of it, which you can. It just gives you this crazy result, man. Like, I think this is so cool. Like, it's like, it adds more flavor to the palette of the camera as a tool. Now I'm seeing like more potential for this like filming, like interesting, like action, like this part over here, where it's just like everything's kind of blurring, whizzing by, and you get this very sort of like isolate. I don't know, it's so cool. So yeah, the whole trick is you turn off flow state stabilization, you turn off direction lock. I'm pretty sure this same option exists in the iPhone or Android app of Insta360. But very cool results. I hope maybe this was informative. Maybe it inspires you. Be like, oh, damn, my 360 camera was getting kind of boring. And then you could be like, oh, let's do something cool with it. Okay, one last thing. Then this is sort of like, you kind of do still have to, if you see me scrubbing, I'm setting keyframes here because the camera essentially just points where you point it in Insta360. Like, it doesn't you can't really subject lock. I don't think you can. I mean, I could try. In fact, let me try it right now. Let me see if it will let me, because that'd be kind of crazy. Okay, so it does do subject tracking while all of those things are off, like flow state and directional lock. So that's maybe for another video, another experiment. But yeah, I was doing like, see keyframes, just keeping the camera level horizon wise, but you're still getting that sort of like, it just feels like, I don't know, it's cool. It's drama. We're expressing ourselves over here. All right, I hope this helped. I feel like this has been long enough. All right, I'm getting the heck out of here. I'm gonna continue getting ready for the week. I might go for another skate. All right, peace, y'all.